Good morning, Stitchy friends. My name is Addie. Whoops, let's try again. Good morning. Today is January 28th, 2026. Why do I feel I'm so out of practice? It's like I did this on Wednesday. Let's try again. Today is Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. My name is Addie and welcome to Addie's Cross and Quilts. If you're new, welcome. I hope you like what you see. Thank you for being my new Stitchy friend. I feel the love. To my returning subscribers and my new to subscribers, welcome back. I am feeling the love. I'm feeling the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all your views. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for returning. Thank you for enjoying this wonderful documenting and cross-stitching journey with me. Today, my t-shirt says, if someone says you have too much fabric, stay away from them. You don't need that kind of negative energy. You don't need that kind of negativity. I had to share this one because you know what? It goes all the way. If they say you have too much stitching stuff, if they say you have too much of anything, you just don't need that negativity because it's all for your mental health. So moving on along, because I'm trying to keep this is going to be the end of January wrap up. And so I'm going to give you my whips, what I did for this past week, and then I'm going to give you my plans for February. So it's going to be short and long at the same time. Plans. See? Let's see if I can stick to them, right? How can you connect with me? You can connect with me through Facebook, Instagram, and now Threads, because Instagram is connected to Threads and I hooked up with them, and now you can connect with me through Instagram and through Threads. So yeah, and I'm sharing it through everything. It's under Addie's Cross and Quilts. So what's in store for today? I have a finish. Yay! I also have 3 whips, and I've been trying to stay up to date with my one whip, which it has become my daily. It's supposed to be 24/7, which you work like half an hour, 7 days a week, but I have changed that into my 2 to 4 threads a day. So depending on, some days I do 20 stitches and some days I do 200 stitches. So yeah. Anyway, that is the plan. So let's move along and then we'll go from there. So I don't deviate from the plan. Grab a snack, grab your favorite stitchy project, grab your drink. But disclaimer, be careful with the drinks because I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. Sometimes I don't know my ass from my elbow. So for my finish, Happy Mood Pals, Happy Mood Point on Etsy. It is my house blessing. This is the first time that I've ever done a house blessing. It is prepared to be FFO'd, so it's nice and pressed. So yes, impressed. Yes, did I do? Yes, I did it to impress you because I'm getting ready to FFO it. I've already got the frame. It's already cut out, and I'm ready to FFO it. And I've got some information about FFOing also. So it's written in my notes, so hopefully I won't forget that. But yeah, Home Blessing by Happy Mood Point. I purchased this on Etsy. It is Home Blessing. And while I show you my finish, I will tell you some more information about it. Home Blessing is stitched on a 16 count Aida, the color Dove Gray. I used all the call for colors, the call for DMC colors. The only modification I did was for his eye, for the bird eye, I put a bead. And for the doorknob, I put a bead. So that's the only modification I did. So I was curious to know, because this is the first time that I had ever heard about home blessings. And like I heard about it last year, but it was a little late. And I was like, okay, it's too late for me to start one. But I want to get some more information about home blessings. Like, you know, why do people do a blessing sampler in the beginning, you know, in the beginning of January? Why do people do a home blessing sampler? So I Googled home blessing samplers, like why do people do a home blessing sampler? And it came up that the reason why people do a home blessing sampler was because the origins of a home, the origin of the home blessing sampler was traditionally a French custom, and it was to bring good luck, prosperity, and blessing to the stitcher's home for the entire upcoming year. And that's one of the things that they said. I Googled this. AI overdrive, Google. You can't, you know, I always say Google is from Drive. A little education if you're not interested. I'm sorry, but I was curious to know because, like, it's like, okay, if you're gonna do something, are you gonna follow the trends? In the beginning, yes, because it's like when I heard home blessing, it's like, of course I want my home blessed. But then afterwards, I was like, why am I doing this? Like, what is the purpose of a home blessing sampler? And it's like it is stitched with the intention of blessing the home and ensuring a productive, peaceful year ahead. And the timing, of course, it must be completed by January 31st. And then, of course, the themes, the motifs shall include houses, hearts, alphabets or letters, birds, and sometimes biblical or inspiration verses like bless this home. And then the function was completed. These samplers are framed and displayed in the home as a reminder of gratitude and to bring a sense of warmth into your home. So modern tradition, while rooted in old traditions, many contemporary cross-stitchers use this as a fun, quick finish challenge to kick off their annual stitching, often participating in stitch-alongs. So, yes, it was very, very interesting into finding out what was the meaning of the home blessing sampler and why people do it. It was also awesome to find out that you're bringing good luck, prosperity, blessings into productivity and peacefulness into your home for the year. And I'm bringing that into I bring it through love and kindness and faith and prayer and positivity, but I'm also thankful that I'm bringing it in with a piece of my stitch work. So I am super excited that I was able to finish it on I finished it on Monday. So let me give you the stats. I started the 24-hour of cross stitch, but I started it early because I started it on Thursday. And on Thursday, I stitched 886 stitches. On Friday, I stitched 552 stitches. I wasn't feeling well that day. I took a nap. On Saturday, I stitched 1,048 stitches. And on Sunday, I stitched 551 stitches, and I went and took a nap. And then on Monday, I stitched 855 stitches for the finish. So I did a total over since Thursday to Monday, I did a total of 3,892 stitches to finish. And I am so happy with it. I am super proud of this one. I'm holding it up for a hot minute because, yeah. Which brings, which I'm proud of it. I'm super, it is my first finish of the year. So that comes into the whole challenge of having something finished before January 31st. And it's my first finish of 2026. And yeah. So what's next? Next is celebrations. Now, celebrations is the semi-quincentennial piece from Roseworld Manor. Everybody is putting out their pieces for the 250th birthday for America. Roseworld Manor released this last year. Karen released this last year, and this is what it looks like. I am stitching this on a 28 count even weave, hand-dyed by me. This is where it was at the last time I shared this, which was last week Wednesday. And let me give you stats, but while I give you stats, I am going to be sharing it with you because she's growing. I'm going to need to get a bigger board for her because she is growing. I am proud to say, I'm going to give you stats. I am proud to say that I have stitched 770 stitches on celebration this week. So on Wednesday, when I showed her to you, I did not stitch anything on her because I was focused stitching on something else. So on Thursday, I did 120 stitches. On Friday, I stitched 115 stitches. On Friday, I stitched 117 stitches. On Saturday, I stitched 125 stitches. On Sunday, I stitched 165 stitches. On Monday, I stitched 144 stitches. And on Tuesday, I stitched 100 stitches. And this is where celebrations is at now. I am super excited about how she looks, where she's at. Again, a total of 770 stitches I have stitched since for the week, this week. I don't know if to give you the grand total of how much I've stitched for now, or if to wait for my episode 5 to give you the grand total of how much stitches I stitched for the month of January. And I think I'm going to do that just because I'm really loving it. I'm really loving how I'm doing this. So I finished all of this and I'm coming over here. Now, I thought about back stitching, but I think I'm going to back stitch when I come to do the fireworks. So when I come up to do the fireworks, I think I'll just back stitch because I'm really excited to finish this piece. And then at first I thought I was going to do this and then come down. But I think I'm going to follow the book. And the book says, where did I put the book? I had it just now. Where did I put? Oh, I put it over here. This is how I lose things. I'm supposed to put it back. I'm just holding it up here so we can all enjoy how pretty the fabric is. Didn't I do a beautiful job of dyeing this? Like, no, I'm not going to. No, I am not going to go into fabric dyeing. Everybody's like, Adelia, you have such a beautiful, because I become I become the mad scientist. I'm like, let's try this one. Let's try this one. I do not care about color theory or none of that stuff. And then I do not write formulas down. It's a one and done. So if anybody is like, I don't mind. It's like, if you want me to experiment with your fabric, bring it. I'll have fun experimenting. I'm not going to charge, but I'm not, the disclaimer is I'm not responsible for how the fabric looks. So as a matter of fact, I have two fabrics that I'm going to be dyeing either today or tomorrow, because my friend Deanna and I want to start Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut, that big one, that beautiful big one. I'm so in love with it. I'm so in love with Teresa Kogut. Teresa is the only Patreon I kept. Remember, Pam is on a no buy till 2030, and she is doing a no buy, but she said that if she's keeping the ones that she already has. So like she's keeping her Patreons and she's keeping her monthlies, like her already her subscriptions. Those are the ones she's keeping. She's just not kidding what she doesn't have. So like she's not getting anything from Nashville. She's not getting anything from from the store. She's not saying, oh, I like that one, I'm kidding it up. No, I am doing the same thing. The only two that I have is Mo's Sale Silks, the Advent calendar one. I'm gonna keep that one, and I'm keeping the tier 4 from Teresa Kogut. So I love Teresa Kogut. I like her patterns, and I am going to support her. And I can't stitch as fast as she releases. I can't stitch as fast as she releases patterns, but I can save them. And you know what? I have my collection, and I'm thankful that I have my collection. Do you know why? I'm going to show you why I am thankful I have my collection, because I was able to shop from my storage, my collection, to give you what my next plans are. Going back, because I'm talking about patriotic, so that's why. So according to the book, I'm just going to show a little piece, and I put my hand over here. Let me put this over here, right? After section 1, I have to go to section 4 because I started in section 3. So after this is section, I'm just going to do this. This is section 3 where the little chimney is. I have to go to section 4 where the other chimney is, and then I have to go to section 5 where the other piece of the house is, real quick. So because of that, I think I'm going to follow it in the sections that Karen has it. So I started in section 3 because it was a center start, and I went down to section 1, and I was going to come down here, but then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to go how they're doing it. So since I already did section 3, section 2, and I'm starting section 1, which I'm hoping to have it finished by the end of this week, these 7 days, then I think I'm just going to come along and do this, and then start however they have it set up. But I am excited to start and having little green and so if after I come here, if they come down this way, I'm going to start this way. If they come down this way, I'm going to start this way. And I do stitch in hand, so it's no biggie with me with moving around and stuff like that. I think I might put the Krynic on after I finish that section, but we'll see. We'll see. I did to give you the quote, the thing. My next whip is, let me see if I can think. I have to take it out because I went and put the card right in front. It's Winter Trio by With My Needle and Thread, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. I am obsessed with Brenda Jovery. If she had a Patreon, I think next year she would be my next patron. I would be, because I'm obsessed with her. I am stitching the house. This is where it was the last time I shared it with you. It is being stitched on a 28 count opalescent Lugana by Under the Sea fabric called Looking Glass. I got a fat quarter, and the reason why I got a fat quarter is because I'm going to be doing all of these on it. And I'm also going to be doing another one from, oh God, what's the name of it? By Midnight. It's by something lupine. This one, I'm in love with it. Sprouting lupine. This one. It's like I want to start it now, and I keep on telling myself, nope. You promise yourself that you have to finish 4 finishes to get a free pass. Yes, 4 finishes. That's a joke, but still. Anyway, so I'm using Cosmo flosses, and this is my first time using Cosmo flosses, and I'm going to be very honest with you. I am enjoying them, and I'm talking, let's put it to you this way. Good thing I'm doing admire it, do not acquire it, because if I was not doing admire it, do not acquire it, I would be investing in these along with at least the variegated ones, because the variegated ones are very, very economical. I think I paid $2 each, and they're beautiful. These are the variegated ones, and I still haven't shown you the piece that I'm working on, but you will see. I have to show it to you. If I don't, I'm just loving this. I mean, I'm still gonna use my Mo's because I love my Mo's, but so this is where I'm at. I showed you where I was at, and this is look at this. Look at this gorgeousness. Look at this gorgeousness. I am so sorry. I'm 19 minutes in, and I've only showed you 3 projects. I should be ashamed of myself, right? I'm not. So, oh well. Look at this gorgeousness. Like, and what happened was I did not include this because this is today's stitching. So this goes into today's stitching. But I counted these. I give you the stat for these, this, and the door. So when I give you the next count, it's going to include this block right here and whatever else I stitch. And this looking glass is so pretty. Oh, and these are the colors. I dropped the red. Well, it doesn't have the red yet, but you know, you get the idea. But look at this one. I'm so in love with this one. And in case you want to know the color of this one, because I was bad, I didn't write down the colors of the other ones, but in case you want to know the color of this particular one, because this is the purple one, the purple ombre. This one is 8068. So I know Ghost Boy. If you go to, I think it's ghostboy.com, he sells them, and he will be more than happy to share them. No, I'm not affiliated with him, but he was so nice and so kind to me, and I have no problem. I am the type of person that if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. I'm nice to you to begin with. I'm kind to everyone because nobody knows what you're going through. Like, nobody knows what you're going through. You could see me smiling. You may not know that I'm in pain and I'm fighting shit. I'm sorry. Because, you know, you may not know that it took me a good hour just to get out of bed because I was having a fibromyalgia flare up. You know, that's why I'm late recording this. So, but I'm still kind. I still try to smile. I still try to, my mother called it war paint, where she put on her lipstick and her eyebrows. She called it war paint. But I put on my war paint today because, you know, I wanted to smile and be be bright to somebody today. I wanted to smile for somebody because I might be the brightest, my smile might be the brightest thing someone saw today. So, you know, when you're kind to me, I'm gonna big you up because you were kind to me, because I appreciate your kindness. So moving along, my last whip is part of my WIPCO for January. It is Princess Eliana. I worked on her last week Wednesday. No, I do not have the stitch count because I was so focused on stitching on her that I forgot to count. If you want me to give you a stitch count, I'll give it to you the next time I share this with you, which will be next week Wednesday, because I have to. So I dedicated WIPCO Wednesday, which is I will work 2 Wednesdays, and if I can, I will work a Friday. If I cannot, it's okay, but at least the Wednesday is definitely WIPCO Wednesday. So I just dedicated the whole Wednesday for WIPCO Wednesday. With that in mind, this is, let me show you who Princess Eliana. This is Princess Eliana from Mirabilia. I'm stitching Princess Eliana on a 32 count opalescent linen by Under the Sea fabric called Hamlet. I am using all the called for. I'm using everything called for. Look how gorgeous this fabric is. You saw where it was when I first started it, so you could see how much I did. I did all of that in one day, in one sit down. I just started. I got my ADHD brain settled down when I developed tunnel vision. Yes, today was one of those days where my ADHD and my fibromyalgia crashed. It was not a good, it still isn't a good combination, but I'm trying. I refuse to sit down and stay sitting down. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but I refuse to sit down and stay sitting down. So that is how much I did this week with my whips. That is how much I stitched. Oh, I forgot one more. Give me 1 second. I forgot one more. So I forgot one more, and the one more that I forgot, I don't remember if I shared it in last week, but last week I had shared that I had re-dyed this 11 count Aida, and I'm trying to do the 12 monthly minis, and if I did, great. If I didn't, oh well. If I didn't, great. I can show it to you today. I am doing the month of February. Oh, let me share with you. 12 monthly minis from Primrose Cottage. This is where's February? This is what February is going to look like. They recommend, well, they did theirs in a 32 count, so they can finish 12 and a half by 12 and a half. I mean, sorry, 2.5 by 2.5. I did mine, I didn't want mine so small. When I was looking at the thing, it was saying that a 25 count would finish 3.5 by 3.5. I said, let me try a 11 count Aida. I don't know how big that's gonna be, but I also tried, this is my first time trying 6 strand. Yes, I did it 6 strands, so it's puffy. I did a color conversion if anybody's interested. I did keep the B5200, but I changed the other two. I think I did 3607 for the pink, and I forgot. I have it written down somewhere. Let me see. Where? Let me give it to you real quick, so you, instead of you having to ask me, it's right. I have it right here. So it's 3607 for the pink and 3685 for the plum, for the dark red. But I'm loving it. It's like a plum and a raspberry. I'm loving it. And you see my nails? Look how pretty my nails are. I'm ready for Valentine's. Can you see that? Anyway, that is, and yes, I'm using a Nerge because I really wanted it to be really, really tight, because this is my first time stitching on Aida, and sometimes fabrics get out thing, and I didn't press this. I really love how this fabric came out. It looks almost like parchment paper, and I love parchment paper. So yes, all yes. And that is all of my whips. I shared my WIPCO, so let me go ahead and tell you WIPCO. Jessie Marie stuff is Jessie Marie for Jessie Marie Does Stuff released the WIPCO numbers for for February early because of the storm, and thinking that people were going to be store inbound so they wouldn't go crazy. They could start on their Whipco board. So her numbers that she released were number 5 and number 22. My number 5 was Mermaid Perfume, and my number 22 was Mermaids of Atlantis. I did my Whipco board all fancy ladies. I think there's a fancy folk, I'm not sure. Anyway, is there a fancy folk? I think there's one fancy folk, and that's Samurai. Yes, there's one fancy folk, and that's Samurai Warrior. So he got a harem. He's got a harem. He's a warrior. Anyway, let me stop making jokes. So this is Mermaid Perfume. I have done a conversion. Do I have it written down? No, I think I do. Here's my conversion. If anybody's interested, I will hold it up a little bit longer so that you can take a picture. There is focus. You can take a picture. I think I had tried doing the skin conversion and that didn't work out. So yeah, so just be careful because there's a 348 and 3770. I have to scratch those out. I tried in my previous videos, you will see that I had tried doing a skin conversion because I wanted my mermaid to be tanned, and it turned out that I made her look like she was had what's that skin, the skin condition where you get white. It's something to do with the melanin. Somebody told me and I knew it and it slipped my mind. I have to make that note down here. So I ended up just stitching her back with the called for the skin, and this is where she's at right now. I did use Mohs silk. I am still using Mohs sail silk. So those were the Mohs sails that I use instead of using the Caranwalla lilies. These are what I use because of course of the purple, and and for her hair, for her hair. I think I kept the one for her hair. I'm not sure. I'm to the point where I don't know what I did. It's been a while since I played with it. I am stitching her on a 25 count Lugana. The name of it is Alaskan Blue. For now, I'm still using the called for beads. Towards the bottom, I might keep some of them. I might change some of them because I'm not 100% sure. Some of them are staying so far because it's going with the purple. They've got that iridescent purple to it. So far it's going with the purple. So I'm going to keep them. But I'm trying to set this up on the board. You got to see this is where it's at, and I'm sharing it with you so you can see where it's at. I'm almost 50% done. Where's my clip? What did I do with my clips? I'm sorry. I feel so disorganized right now, but you know, I'm sorry. So I have to go back and do the back stitch like to her eyebrows and her nose, and I have to put her lipstick on, and I have to go back and finish the perfume and then come back. But I am so happy with it. I did do a center start, and I did a center start. I came down here to see if I liked the colors, and then after I came down, I'm like, you know what, go up, do her, and then come down and finish her tail. Because if you don't do her the way you're thinking you want to do her, if you're not happy with it, you're going to be very upset with yourself for doing the tail and not being happy. So this is where I'm at with her. I need to get a longer board. I'm going to need to get a long board for these long ones and then a short board for the short ones. I'm trying to show it to you without 25 count Lugana. Alaskan blue. Loving this. She's gorgeous. So this is Whipco board call number 5 for me. I am really hoping I can put a big dent on her because I really love her. She was part of I think it was the year before Mermaid call, and then I just kept on working on her because I really liked her afterwards. And then yeah, so this is one of them. Oops, let me put back, because I have a lot of them without things right now because I have no idea what I did with them. The next one that got called was Mermaids of Atlantis. This is what Mermaid of Atlantis is. I am going to be doing some modifications, maybe. I'm still not sure. We'll see as time passes. We'll see. I have done my own color conversions. One of them is some mermaid, like, okay, I've accepted that mermaid perfume is all the way in the bottom of the ocean. That's why she's sitting on a pillar all the way in the bottom, like by where the Titanic got, right? And there's no sun penetrating there, and that's why she's sitting and she's gray. I've accepted that. But some mermaids, I feel that they shouldn't be, like, you're a mermaid in the ocean. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from St. Croix. I'm from the Caribbean. I don't know anybody who will go to the beach and come back pale. They don't either come back pink or tan. They don't come back pale. So, like, my friend, she was a redhead. She would go and she'll come back peach and freckled. But she didn't come back pale. Anyway, so I did a color conversion for her. I using Rainbow Gallery Splendor Silks for her colors. And then I did have one of the Glorianas. So let me show you, let me show her to you right now. This is her. This is where I have her right now. So that's why she looks so nice and tanned. I did have the Sable. I think it's called for, is it Sable? It's the color of the hair. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the color of the hair. Espresso. So I did have Espresso, and I did have Espresso. So I'm using Espresso, and then there's a green, this blue right here. I changed it to Creep It Real from Mo Sale, which is this beautiful green teal. This variegated green teal. I'm stitching her on a 28 count opalescent linen from Under the Sea fabric called Gayleen. And yeah. So, and the more I stitch, the more color conversions I'll make, because that's what I do. So I'm gonna keep on working on her, because what I did was I literally started here, center, and then I just did this and then went up, and then I started stitching her. So I'm gonna keep on stitching on her head. Did I even? Yes, I did. Like, I'm gonna keep on stitching on her head, try to finish her hair, her beads, her head, whatever, that flower thing. You can see that I already started working on it, that flower thing that she's holding. I'm gonna work on her face, her eyes, on her hair, and then come down to her and finish working on that, because that is my intent, to work on all of that, and then we'll go from there. So that's my plan for this. How much are we gonna do on this? Remember, I have two Wednesdays on on mermaid perfume, and I have 2 Wednesdays on Mermaids of Atlantis, and I'm stitching it in the order it was called. I do have some other most sales selected. Like I have this beautiful blue that's called Mimosas. I can't even pronounce the name now, can't read, sorry about that. I've got this beautiful blue pulled out, and I have this other one called Carousel. Look at the variegation on that one. Look how beautiful that blue is. So I do have some colors pulled out, and I might go back into my Mo sale collection and pull out some more colors to decide if I want to do it more greenish, more, because I have Mo sale released some beautiful yellow greens, and I might just either use the DMC or use some of the sales, the Mo sales. I haven't decided, so I'll let you all know when I get there. But I might not, because I did start it with DMC. Sorry about that. I forgot to throw it over there. I tried putting it over here. So those were the WIPCO calls. Next, I want to invite you to the Crafts and Books. You do need to join the group, so go to Crafts and Books and request an invitation, fill out whatever information that Beth has there. That is an awesome group to be part of. It's a beautiful community. We have Zoom. Zoom has Beth has the Zoom room open 24 hours a day. You come in, you leave, whatever. She offers book clubs. She offers acrostics. She offers different little sales. We have different little things that we do. We have the morning brew crew where we go in the morning. We have a set of friends. I'm part of the morning brew crew because I by the afternoon I'm conked out. So we have the morning brew crew, and we sit down, we have coffee, we chat, we have plans. Our plans are completely different from everybody else's, but that's okay. You're part of it. You come and you join and you be part of it, right? And you don't have to do what we're doing, but at least you get an idea. So if you need some kind of direction or thing to be able to know how to manage your whips, I have you guys saw, if you saw my whip parade, I hope you did. If you didn't, go back and see it. As a 3-part series. I lost count at 160 something. Somebody's got to tell me how much whips I have, because I forgot how much I have. I figured if denial is the best way to denial is the best way to not accept it, right? Because I know I lost count at 160 something. So anyway, so this Friday at 5:30 Central Standard Time, we're going to be doing a FFO project. So we're going to try to do a fully finished project. I'm not 100% how it's going. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to work, but I'm going. You can always learn how to finish a project, and I think what's great about it is that even if you finish your project, you know how to think. There's always somebody there who knows, has a different idea, and can show you a different way that might make your way of doing it a little bit easier. So there's always knowledge. I mean, there's always someone who knows more than you, and wisdom. My people perish for lack of knowledge. So if you can get somebody to teach you something to make you learn something to be able to do it faster, why not? So go ahead and join Crafts and Books so that you could be able to learn something. Okay, February plans. So what are February plans? First of all, celebrations will continue to be my focus piece because I am trying to get it completed. If I do not get it completed by July 4th, I still want to complete it before the end of December 2026. So it's still going to be like, as soon as I hang up here, I'm going to go grab her. I might do 1 strand, I might do 4 strands. My plan is to try to do 2 to 4 strands a day. I might not be able to do the 2 strands. I might not be able to do the 2 strands. But for me, even if I put 5 stitches in, it's 5 stitches more than what I had yesterday. So that is going to be my focus piece. On President's Day, I think I'm going to try to focus on it more and focus that particular day, which is a Monday, on stitching on her. I might do that, or hold on a minute, I forgot. Or I want to challenge myself. Miss, I don't want to have any more stars. And I keep on telling myself, finish 4, and finishing 4 is going to give you a pass. I lied. I'm confessing, I lied. Okay, let's put it to you this way. I think because I have a lot of big projects, and you've seen them, I think, I want to try doing smaller projects. And because we are celebrating America's birthday, and because Adelia has Addie, Adelia is my real name, or Adelia is my real name, but Addie has been doing the Admire It, Do Not Acquire It. And I already want to do Land That I Love, which I'm going to try to hint to my friend to see if we can start Land That I Love on President's Day, but we don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I started shopping through my stash, and I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, not including kitted ones, of patriotic, because I love patriotic. Not including the fact that I ordered Queen of Freedom and Lady of the Flag, but I'm thinking I'm going to start Queen of Freedom and Lady of the Flag on July 4th. So we're not sure, because you should know me, squirrel. Anyway, so first of all, I'm in love with this book this year. I love it so much that I bought the book, forgot I bought the book, and bought the PDF. That's how much I love it. That's how much I love. I tell you, I went down the rabbit hole last year. I fell in love with Teresa Kowe last year, spring, and I've gone down the rabbit hole with her. Okay? So, I am hoping I could start this, and I could start it soon. I'm in love with it. Anyway, I might do it on an 18 count, a 16 count, or 20 count. I haven't decided yet. So we'll see. Now, putting that aside, the first book that I found was this. The first patterns that I found was this. Aren't these cute? And these are so cute. Some of them look like I can finish them in a day. Some of these look like I can finish them in a day. That's how cute they are. I mean, 61 by 53. This little drummer boy one. This little drummer, look at this little drummer boy one. Look at it. This little drummer boy one. This one right here. This little drummer boy one is 59 by 76. And it's on a 16 count. And I have that beautiful dove gray Ada, which I think will look perfect for it. And I can always dye it to give it that little thingy look. So yeah, and look at it, look at it, look at the bell. Where's the bell? Where's the bell? Where's the bell? Where's the bell? Look at the bell. Look at the bell. Look at the bell. Look how cute that bell is. So yeah, and look at it. Look at this one. I'm loving it. So I found this one, and I must have loved it a lot because I paid $31 for it. That's how much I liked it. And it's sitting in stash. So guess what we're doing? Hey, look at this one. Look at that lighthouse. And I already have the patriotic one finished. So I pulled it out to see if I can fully finish it. And it's got a little lighthouse. So guess what? I am thinking about doing this little lighthouse too. It is so, so cute. And look at this one. It says piece by piece. Let me see if I can see. And this is, again, Twin Peak Primitives Patriotic Smalls 2023. And this little lighthouse is 79 by 113 on a 32 count or 16 count Aida sky blue or ice blue Independence Day. This is gorgeous. So I can see me, and they're all DMC colors. So yeah, you can do that. And the little house is 69 by 82. Who doesn't love a little? Oh, look at this one with the ship, Shore of Freedom. Did we see this one? Look at this one with the ship. So yes, and then of course this is the Daughters of America. Again, Twin Peak. And then I have this one from Little Stitcher, pattern number 78. And I love this one. It's called Home of the Free Because of the Brave. It's from Amy Broken Designs. Look at this. Look at the chicken. I can see me doing this. I love this. I love this. And it's not a big one either. It's literally 61 by 86. And then this one is Life and Liberty by Sue Hill's Design. It has the stars, old glory, America. Look how beautiful this is. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Look at this. So I really don't have to have FOMO. I don't have to have FOMO at all. This one's 90 by 118. I don't have to have FOMO at all. Besides that, I also have my Quaker tiles that I started last year or the year before on 4th of July. So yeah. So that is my thought of just seeing if I can work on some smalls throughout the year when I feel like picking up and doing a start in between all the other stuff. Because guess what? February is Fancy Folks February. And guess what Addie wants to do? She wants to get in preparations for March Madness. Leave me in the comments, did you guys enjoy my March Madness? Let me know. I have a few people who enjoyed my March Madness, so let me know if you enjoyed my March Madness so I can do the March Madness. And I'm thinking about doing something very similar to March Madness with my Fancy Folks February. I don't think I'm going to do it do the little update every day. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do so I divided, we all know that 7 times 4 is 24. So I'm going to have seven projects. The thing is, I picked out more than 7 projects. Some of them are my Whipco board and some of them are not. I have some Bella Filipina and some Mirabilias. And I'm going to share them with you if you have patience with me, because this video has gotten a little bit longer. I don't know if you want to stick around with me or not. If you don't want to stick around with me, then it was awesome seeing you. Remember, every day may not be good, but there's good in every day. Be kind and smile, because it may be the brightest thing someone saw today. If not, welcome back. Let me show you the projects that I picked out. So I'm thinking I should try to do 7 for my fancy folks, fancy ladies, because there's no boys in here. Fancy ladies. Oh, there's a fish. And it's an angel fish. We all know. Anyway, but let me show you the projects that I picked out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write their names in here. Or should I do a wheel? Leave it in the comment. I have until February 1st. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do shorts, but I'm going to just do them like little updates, and I'm going to do shorts, and every 4 days, I'm just going to upload it. I'll just do a pic and see what you guys said. I think we'll do it that way. So my first one is Meg Wine. Meg Wayne had to go back in. Like, Meg Wayne had to go back in because I felt so bad for her. I had to put her away because I did her for Whipco, and if I did 100 stitches on her, I did too much, and 20 of those stitches have to be frogged. So this is where's Meg Wayne? It's right here. Let me get her. This is where Meg Wayne is at. Where is it? I even have a needle on her. I'm off right around here. So I have to frog this whole area because I'm off by 1 stitch. So Meg Wine is definitely, because I really want to do her head and her headdress and finish her arms and finish that twirly. I really want to finish those twirlies and her head and her arms and her. So I really want to focus, and I think if I really focus 4 days, I can really get those done. So Meg Wayne is definitely going to be in there. Let's cross her arms so that I can pick. Let me know if to do a wheel or if to just pick her. So Meg Wine is definitely yes, we have to do it. The next one is one of my favorites, and this is Golden Girl Apples, and she's so pretty. Oh, I forgot to tell you what Meg Wine is being stitched. I'll do all of that when I do the thing. And this is where Golden Girl Apples is at. I know this is a printed fabric by. This is a printed fabric by Fabric Flair. Let's move the patriotic out of the way. I had done a skin conversion, and she looks so much more prettier. And this is where I'm at, so you can see where I'm at. I think it's gonna be death by cross stitch. I'm stealing the long dog thing. Because that background is almost full coverage. But you know what? 1 stitch at a time. So, and I'll give you all that information when I pick, like, I'll give you the information of like of the fabric, you know, what size the fabric is and all that if I draw them, because I'm not going to give you all that information if I don't pick them. I'm just showing you where they're at so that we can know that we picked them. And sorry for the zipper. The next one is White Clover. I started White Clover as a birthday start for my best friend. She's becoming my best friend. She's my stitchy friend, and we become friends, and I've grown to love her as a friend and a sister. And the more we get to stitch together, the more we get to chat, she's gonna become very important. And I started this as a birthday start, and this is where we're at. Of course, this is her head crown, and this is part of her wing. So I think I like to work with this. This is Deanna. We started this as Deanna for Deanna's birthday. When we started this, she was at the Nora Corbett, hosted by Amy Kichi Whips and, no, it's Maggie Kichi Whips and Amy Fiber Arts Amy. She was at the Nora retreat. So she got Nora to sign a couple of her her things. I was so happy for her. So the other project that I'm thinking I know I want to work on is this one. I'm telling you, I couldn't decide which one. And this is Lavender Mist. This was the first Mirabilia I ever purchased. So if I ever have a chance to meet Nora, I would want her to sign this one, because this was my first Nora Mirabilia pattern. I was introduced to her, fell in love with her. And of course, I really, really would like to stitch on her some more. This is where it's at. The flowers, the way the dress drapes. I started by her waist, I think it is. So yes, love it. Sorry about the thumb, but I got an incoming call. Sorry about that. I got an incoming call. So you saw my, I was like, why do these spammers come and disturb you at the weirdest time? And I didn't know you would have been able to hear it or not. And then I didn't realize that, yeah, my fat finger was on the camera. So I'm sorry about that. I don't know how to delete that. So you may see that. The next one is, I started this as my daughter's birthday start. Loving it. It's on a 10 count. I mean, I'm loving it. And I really, 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 really would like to have this finished by the end of this year. So definitely will be working more and more and more on it. It's part of my Whipco board. But if I can finish it before that, why not? I do have this one on a Nerge because it's black. And the black is the reason why I have it on a Nerge. So I could be able to see. So as soon as I get, I'm sorry I'm zipping, but if I don't zip, I lose things. Like right now, I have a whole bunch of cards that I have to go through because when I was doing my whip parade, I sort of lost. So this one I'm going to show from here. Here, can you see? Angelfish. This was part of the Under the Sea Fabrics 2023 retreat. That was my first ever retreat that I went to with Leslie's, and I started it twice. This was the first time I started it, and I think I did a mistake with the stitching. I don't know what I did. I did something wrong. I don't even know if it's upside down or not. It may be right. I think this is how it goes. So I started it like this, loved it, but then I was like, I don't know. I think I miscounted. So then I went and I got this fabric, which I thought was a better, well, honestly, I purchased the Feeling Lucky, and then I opened it, and when I saw this color, I wanted to start it in this color because I thought it was prettier in this color. And I started in this, but then I have a counting error somewhere up here. And I think that's what stopped me. So I have to check it and see if I can fudge it or if I can get away with it. If I can get away with it, it's going to stay like that. If I can fudge it, you know, if I have to frog it, then if I can fudge it, it stays. If I have to frog it, it's going to get frogged. So yes. And I have the beads, and I have the beads, and I have the Kreinik. I'm holding on to my Kreinik, baby, because we don't know when we're going to get more Kreinik. Yeah, I think it's because it calls for purple for Kreinik, and I have the purple Kreinik over there. My next one is Miss Dancing Flower. She's so pretty. Miss Dancing Flower. Miss Dancing Flower is the only one that I kept her without doing a color conversion because she's a geisha, and geishas are normally have that white rice powder on them to give them that white look. You know, they do the white powder. This is how much I've done of Miss Dancing Flower. So I do want to continue working on her. I want to fill out all these beads and come back down and just work on her. And as you can tell, I did a middle start and I just came up. So I really, if I give them, I know that if I give them four full days, even if it's 500 to 1,000 depending stitches a day, between 400 and stitches a day, I can do some major project, major progress on them, and then that way I can get them closer to a finish. And she's also part of my WIPCO board, so of course, why not? The next one is Delphine's Butterfly Brigade, and this is where we're at. I have all her stuff here. So I have her Krynic, I have her beads. So of course I'm going to be, I try to keep them together when they're kitted like that. I purchased it from Under the Sea Fabric, so. And this is where I'm at. So I would like to, so I don't know, should I just like do 2 days each instead of 4, or should I do 1 day? I really don't know. This one was, this one is Sol Tropical by Bella Filipina. She's so pretty. She reminds me of home, the colors. I seriously thought about changing her tail colors, but then I got this fabric and I'm like, okay, her tail colors might look pretty on this, especially. I could always brighten up the tail colors to a brighter yellow. So we'll go for, like, when I go to pull out for her tail, I'll look at it. But so far I did page 1 and I was starting to do page 2, I think it is, because this is page 1. But you can see she's holding the bouquet. I did some color conversions. So I can share the color conversions when we're ready to go. Whenever I get closer to it. Like if I pull her, then I'll share the color conversion with you. If I don't pull her, it'll make no sense me sharing the color conversion, right? Nope. You see, I did it again. I forgot to put her, and I forgot to put Butterfly. I forgot to put Brittany in her envelope, in her project bag. And they're all, these last 2 that I shared are part of the WIPCO board. This is Ella the Frog Princess. I am going to do a color conversion for her skin, so she could be Disney Princess Eliana. I forgot her name again. Forgive me. So I did do a skin color conversion. Can you see it? No, I haven't gotten there yet. Yes, I started to. It is on Blue Moon. It is on a Be Stitch Me Blue Moon. I have to put this card back because I do remember this goes in here. I'm just saying that because some people, like every time they see me share this one, they love the color. It's a Be Stitch Me Opalescent Blue Moon. And I have strings all over the place, but that's okay. I'm stitching this one in hand, so that's why it's got beads in it. And this is where I'm at. At first, I didn't like the yellow, because for me, the yellow comes off as mustardy yellow. But I'm not going to frog it, so it's going to stay on. I thought the yellow was going to be brighter. If I had really noticed it, I probably would have changed it to brighter yellow, but too late, right? And this is what happens. Like, I started this as part of the Fancy February this was the 2024 leap year. And I was like, okay, we're in 2026. I was like, it's too late. I'm not gonna put her back in her project bag. Put her back in her project bag. So, yeah. The next one, I just started this one, so it's not like I have to think, but it's Freya with Bella Filipina. And I just started this. I just shared that with you. It's in a hand dyed by me fabric. I did an ombre. And this is where I'm at. So if I pick it, I'll have fun. But I also have where, whether I pick it or not, I will be working on her on February 1st. The Brew Crew and I have a commitment where we're going to be trying to work on the 1st or 2nd of February. It's supposed to be the first Monday of every month. So it's supposed to be the 1st of every month. So if the first lands on a Sunday, then we're going to do it on the first Monday. And then the last one that I have is Belinda Botanica. I had started this at my birthday start last year. So I am doing a color conversion, and I really would like to work on her. I started with page 1, so you're going to see half. But I started with page 1, and this is where page 1 was. Did I start with page 1? Kind of, sort of. I went and I looked for the pattern, and I looked for the one that had the center, so I could do a center start, and this is where it was. And then I did a color conversion because she's supposed to be green. But anybody and everybody that knows me knows that I am number 550. And that is, I tried to do 550, and then from 550, I did the light, dark, and all of that stuff. So, and I love her red hair. So I had to decide, do I want her to have purple hair or purple clothes? And I wanted her to have purple clothes. So, I could have made her a brunette with purple highlights. I didn't think about that until just now. Is it too late to frog her hair? I'll think about it. You know what? I'm going to leave her hair like that. It looks good. It looks good against the purple, so I'm going to leave it like that. So I hope I hope. So these are all, how much did I choose? I didn't even count. I was too scared to count. So those are all of the projects that I have pulled out for Fancy February, and Fancy Lady February, and I am hoping that I can put them in a spinny wheel or in my cute little crackled pot and draw them. I'm hoping that, well, we'll see. We'll see how that works. So my plans for February was also to try to organize I think I had mentioned it earlier, that my plans for February were also to try to see if I can organize my my projects into seasons and with separate categories. So I'm torn between doing like samplers, Fancy Ladies, like just doing a section that's just samplers. They don't, and then within the samplers I could do the seasons, not the Fancy Ladies, because I don't see them as seasonal. I see them as whenever I'm in the mood to stitch them. But for my samplers, as doing them as seasonal, or just doing them as samplers and just pulling them out when I feel like stitching them. And then for everything else, doing them as seasonal. So winter, spring, summer, fall. And then, so what I did was I got these because I figured I could put them through the little zipper thing and use them as zipper pull. And then I have a labeler, and I figured that then I could put the name of the, project, and then have the shelves. Since it's 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 4 shelves there. I could put the shelves and divide them as, you know, seasonal, because I know me. I probably have more autumn and Christmas than I have. I probably have more autumn and Christmas than I have spring and summer. So that is all for now. I hope you enjoyed my plans. That's the plans for this week, this month, February, to try to organize with all the other stuff I plan to stitch. Wish me luck. Okay, guys, just remember, no matter what, every day may not be good, but there is good in every day. Smile, because it may be the brightest thing someone saw today. And be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind. Sending you so much love. Until next one. Bye. Love, love, love.